Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to The Sphere. This episode is sponsored by
Sphere Exclusives. Looking for exclusive content from your favorite podcasts here at The Sphere? Head over to sphere.tv/Patreon and sign up today. True Digital Media Consulting. You're online right now and so are your customers, but marketing has to be a consistent journey. True Digital Media Consulting can help with your online ads, organic growth, and so much more. Contact us today at 832-934-4436 or visit our website at truedigitalmediaconsulting.com.
KOG & Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement.
What's
riveting content?
No. So yeah, we're here. Welcome back to Technocrats. I'm your host, Gary Lee, also known as G. Hawkins. Of course, you can find me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G. Hawkins. That's G. Hawkins with a Z. And I'm sitting with the lovely, the wonderful, the pink lipstick wearing, or fuchsia, Ari McKinney. What's up, Ari?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm good. Hello, everyone out there.
Good to see you.
You too.
Yeah. What's up to our Facebook Live people? I want to make sure you all are out there and in the world and can see everything that's going on. I don't know if you can or not, but hopefully you can because it looks a little dark on our side. Just want to make sure that that's up and popping. But we've got great content, great stories to tell today.
Indeed.
I know that there's been a few shifts in the atmosphere when it comes to a lot of things that we love, including media and other types of items from a couple of main distributors.
Indeed.
So I want to make sure we get to that. So let's just hop on into our news.
Yes, let's jump on in there today.
Good old news. So in today's news, it appears as though Facebook is making some changes.
Some policy changes going on at Facebook.
And I can't tell if it's because they wanted to or they were forced to. Ari, what's the scoop on this?
Well, I'll give my opinion on that after I tell everyone what's going on. But so Facebook has banned white nationalism and white supremacy from its platform.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently after conversations with academics and civil rights groups, they have convinced Facebook to expand its policies around hate groups. They announced a ban on, quote, praise, support, and representation of white nationalism and separatism on Facebook and Instagram, which will start enforcing next week.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially this was prompted by the gunman who unfortunately killed 50 people in Christchurch, New Zealand, in 2 mosques there. And so under the new policy, people who search for terms associated with white supremacy or white nationalism will see a link to a page called Life After Hate, which is a nonprofit that helps people leave hate groups. So to answer your question, I think they were forced to. I don't think this is something that they wanted to do, but what do you think?
Well, I think it's a step in the right direction. It's an unfortunate thing in this country where justice has come through force in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And you would have thought that from the situations that occurred back in 2016 with Cambridge Analytica, and we discussed that. We broke that down for everybody who's tuned in right now on Facebook. I'm sure y'all remember that conversation. And of course, all our subscribers out there everywhere else, including our Patreon folks, I know that you know about that. But to now in 2019, after the massacres in churches in Charleston, after the Tiki Torch carriers, after other groups, Facebook now makes a decision to ban hate.
Yeah.
Man, it took a long
feels
time.
a bit too little too late,
Somewhat.
you know
Yeah.
like I'm glad it's happening, but it really shouldn't have taken this long.
What happened? Who was asleep? Did you add too many zeros to the timer to kill these groups, and it just kicked off a couple of years later? It just seems like it's taken a while.
Seems a little disingenuous,
perhaps.
Honestly,
perhaps.
But at the same time, whatever makes it happen. But it's just a little too late. I don't know. Do you think that Twitter and like YouTube are gonna follow suit?
We'll see. And I would expect this move to shake up your Twitters, your YouTubes, Amazon,
Right.
with other stuff that they support or carry, whether it's in their store, whether it's the back end stuff they do through Amazon Web Services
Right.
that are linked to hate groups. I would expect them to make some moves to show solidarity, that they don't stand for this. The question is, will they? And that's the part I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I think it, again, like you said, it would show a huge, move in solidarity. I think, I think it has to be kind of approached on all social media fronts, because, okay, if it's like, okay, well, we can't do this on Facebook anymore, they're just going to move to Twitter, they're just going to move to YouTube, Amazon. And I think there has to be sort of a across the board policy to really shut this down as much as possible, on social media. So we'll see what happens.
We shall.
For sure.
We shall definitely see what happens. And we want to know what you all think. Monique, we see you out there right now. Let us know how you feel about Facebook deciding to ban these white nationalist groups, and if you think this is something out of the kindness of their hearts, or do you think there's pressure involved in this? And of course, for anyone else who's tuned in, make sure y'all shoot us a text or an email, or hit us with a smoke signal or something. We want to know what you feel and what you think about that at The Sphere TV. Use the hashtag Technocrats. Let's transition over to our digital trends.
Yes.
Yeah. So in digital trends, we're talking about everything that's digital, anything with a bell and whistle that's coming down the pipe. And a couple of things that caught us not necessarily off guard, but something that appears to have been a long time coming is Apple getting into their new TV subscription service coined Apple TV Plus. Let's take a look at this here. Over at Apple's website, and of course all over the interwebs, especially over at The Verge, they did a great write-up on this, where they discuss Apple TV Plus. And basically, this is going to include a lot of original content, bringing some oldies but goodies back, a lot of big-time people involved, including J.J. Abrams, Oprah, Alfred Woodard, and the list goes on and on and on. But basically, a new streaming service that will be exclusive to the Apple TV app, which means that you've got to have that app installed on your device. And I'm not sure if it's that app specifically is available on the Google platform, which would make sense on one aspect, but maybe not on the other, and we'll kind of talk about that. But basically, original content, and they're expected to spend roughly about $2 billion to bring content to their platform, as well as compete against all your other big time players, which is your Hulus, your Netflixes. You've got Disney Plus coming down the pipe, supposedly this year, but we shall see. And this is going to be an ad-free subscription service now across 100 plus countries, and we're talking about this fall, coming this fall. So Ari, I'll turn this over to you. And going back to that original question, first and foremost, do you think would it make more sense for Apple to do this, make it exclusive to their app, which is a de facto, right? You don't find Netflix on the Hulu app, right? But make that app specific to only Apple devices. Should the app be available on other devices outside of just Apple TV, iPads, and iPhones?
I think I would be shocked if they didn't do it that way. I mean, Apple's just kind of known for having their stuff on their platform. I think it would be it would be, I'd be shocked actually if they allowed, it to be on Google or some other platform. I think they have enough of an Apple base to be able to pull it off. I don't know. I'm more concerned with like how many streaming services are we gonna have? Like
as many as cable TV channels.
I mean, I guess, but it gets to a point where it's like, okay, if you want to watch something that's original content on Apple, but then you want to watch something else that's only original content on Netflix, and at this point, like, are we gonna end up paying as much as we've been paying for cable to
right
have
back
all
where
these?
we started.
Right,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's more my concern. I mean, I'm all for it because I'm Team Apple TV all the way.
It's funny. I laugh, but I got a couple of them. Too.
Like,
I got like
two.
four of them.
I've got two.
Yeah.
So I mean, I have Roku. I have a Fire Stick and everything too, but I like my Apple TV because all my devices are Apple. So when it comes to just being able to, like, let's say, cast something over,
Sure.
or stream
AirPlay.
Thank you, to AirPlay something over, it's a lot easier. That's convenient for me. So I don't know. What do you think?
I'll say this. I would think that it's about the dollar, right?
Right.
Is it easier for someone who does not have this service to utilize an existing device like a Android tablet or whatever the case to just download a free app and then pay their when they have it, say what the price point is, but it's going to be somewhere between $8 and $15 a month.
Right.
It's easier for somebody to do that, or for somebody to go spend $100 on an entry-level Apple TV, or $150, or let alone an iPad or a phone.
True.
So
I guess you would, they would have to take into account how many people they believe already have an Apple TV in their homes, and if they think that's worth it. I mean, I don't know. And there's so many options now. Like I said, you have Roku, you've got Fire Stick, you've got Chromecast.
You got a lot of devices.
So you have a lot of devices that are a lot cheaper than an Apple TV.
So I would say make the app available for all platforms.
Yeah.
The same way that Microsoft finally woke up and said, we're going to make Office available on iPads.
Right.
And then sold 1 million copies of Office
That's true.
in the App Store, right?
Right.
And if they kept it only to Microsoft, it wouldn't be on anybody's iPad right now. So that's a lot of lost revenue.
That's
so
true.
I can't see them starting this service and now that I think about it all the way, and not making the app universal to work on other platforms.
Yeah. But then, I mean, you just never know with Apple, because then they've, something we're going to be talking about here in a minute. They've got their new credit card coming out, and that's useless on Android.
For now. Yeah.
For now.
For now.
So,
We
don't know, man.
We don't. We don't.
So, ladies and gents, this portion of the show is sponsored by us, the Sphere exclusive team. Looking for exclusive content that you can't find anywhere else? Look no further than our Sphere exclusives found on Patreon. We've got behind-the-scenes shots happening daily at the Sphere Podcast Studios. Each show on the podcast network curates episodes that are only delivered to Patreon subscribers. Plus, we deliver the show live from start to finish in our Discord server that's exclusive to our Patreon family. Sign up today at www.thesphere.tv/Patreon to join our $2, $5, or $8 Patreon tier and get access to all of the exclusive content we offer at The Sphere.
Yes, indeed.
Yes,
There it is. Shout out to everyone online who has subscribed. Our
Shout
Patreon
out to everyone
folks.
subscribing and watching us and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we may be talking about some Fang today.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
we
maybe
do.
so.
We do have that.
Yeah,
We have 2 more to go, don't we? That's right.
Yeah. So, well, you let the cat out the bag.
I did.
But before we dive deep, Facebook Livers, we love y'all. We support y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thanks for rocking with us on Facebook. We truly, truly, truly appreciate the patronage and the support. But to get the rest of this loves, you got to go subscribe. Head over to thesphere.tv/Technocrats. We got a few options for you. You can find us right there on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, Stitcher, Spreaker, iHeartRadio. We're even in the kitchen on your mama's Amazon Alexa. We are anywhere podcasts can be found. Now, while you're there, share it out. Share it with your family, your friends, your colleagues. Share it with your loved ones. Share it with anyone you know that wants the technological journey that we provide right here at the Sphere. And, of course, give us some constructive criticism. Hit those stars, those likes, those dislikes. We want to know how we're doing. We want to know if we're creating great content that sows into you. So please give us that criticism. Hit those stars. Let people know that you like the show. And last but not least, if you truly love what we're doing, sow the seed. Head over to sphere.tv/donate. We got a couple of options for you. You can donate one time right on the website, or if you want to get down with the get down, you want to get that exclusive content, that Patreon lens from the backstage of the studio when we're just kicking back and enjoying the ride, make sure you click the Patreon button, hop in one of those tiers, folks, and get this exclusive content. Shout out to those that have already done that. We truly, truly appreciate you. But like we said, make sure you subscribe right here at the Sphere. So let's keep this party rolling.
Yes.
And then, of course, shout out to all those on Patreon right now on our Discord server. We're going to bring Discord up on the table so that we can see your questions and comments and make sure that we are tied to you all. But yeah, keeping this party rolling. Yes. You let the cat out the bag.
I did. I couldn't
about
help
this
myself.
Apple card.
I couldn't because I'm kind of excited.
It's okay. Let's just bring it to the table. Let's talk about it. What's going on with Apple trying to get into the credit card game? What's up?
Yes. Well, some people may say finally. But so Apple has a new credit card that is backed by Goldman Sachs and Mastercard. I know, right? So this is it comes in both a physical card that will be made of titanium and have your name etched in there, and a virtual card. The cool thing about this card is that there are, there's no expiration date, no CVV code, no credit card number, and no signature on the card. So a little different than a
Quite different
than a regular card. There's also no late fees, annual fees, over the limit fees. So you control the card from your Apple Wallet. You can see your last transactions, how much you owe, how much money has been spent by category, break it down for you. You get 1% cash back on physical transactions, 2% cash back on Apple using Apple Pay, and 3% cash back on Apple purchases that are then credited back to your account every month. So as far as interest rates and things like that, it's pretty typical, interest rate between 13 and 24% based on your credit score, but there is no penalty APR. So no penalty for late payments, missed payments, and replacement cards are free.
Wow. On a titanium card.
On a titanium card, y'all. What are you thinking? What do you think, Gary?
Why can't all credit cards be like that?
I know, right?
If you're going to taking away the penalties out, giving the cash back.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds...
No annual fees, no over the limit fees, no fees anywhere. I'm here for it.
It sounds really good. I see a lot of
nice.
Apple products being sold based on credit.
Oh, yeah.
Just based off of this card.
Oh, yeah.
Now, did they talk about the approval process? Or
so
no?
It's a pretty standard approval process. It's a little bit different in that if you want to, they're doing it by tiers. So, if you don't necessarily want, a hard inquiry on your credit report, they can kind of base it on, you can buy down into a lower tier, which will give you a higher interest rate.
Okay.
And so, kind of the same, but a little different. But if they run your credit, it's the same difference. You'll get a higher APR if your score is not so hot.
Gotcha.
But, I mean, even with a higher score, you're not getting any fees anywhere else. It's not bad.
You spot on here.
It's not bad.
I like the idea. I think that it could be something that is very... I guess straightforward.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
I kind of feel for me back at in college getting my first credit card, this would have been a good one to get because it's easy. I mean, it's easy, but at this, I don't know.
So here's my concern, right? While I'm biting my tongue over here. credit is the foundation of this country, right? How this country runs. We build everything on credit. We build businesses on credit.
Houses,
literally all aspects of life is built on credit in this country.
Right.
And the goal one day is to become debt free, because if not, then you feel the virtual,
chains,
around your body, or hands around your neck, where you're choking in debt and interest, and you're never debt free. So on one aspect, from a technological perspective, I could see them trying to raise their numbers, right? Trying to get more sales in, as the prices keep going up on these phones and these devices, let alone the foldable market that is real. Like if we thought it was a joke, but now the foldable market is like, no, Samsung Fold is coming and it will be available. The Mate X is coming. It will be available. That means at some point, Apple will probably hop into the game. Right. The current iPhone screen already bends around the phone slightly. You can barely tell, but they're already making flexible displays, so it makes sense for them to move forward. And the iPad mini and the iPhone something merge to one device, right? Which means the price goes up. How do people afford it? Credit.
Yeah.
So what did Jay-Z say? What's better than I forgot, he said what's better than something? Credit. Like, it's just what it is, right? So and for those that you're listening right now on Spotify, or you're watching me on YouTube, if credit is the new game in technology, I could see this giving leeway for prices to just do stupid stuff.
That's true.
That's my concern, because if Apple does it and it's successful, here's Microsoft, here's Google, here's
Amazon,
and then the prices start to go up.
And I already have an Amazon credit card.
Oh, and see, I don't. And I spend
That's me too.
tens of thousands of dollars on Amazon.
We're not gonna talk about
every year.
How many packages came to my house just this week?
So it's and most of the stuff's for the studio. Like, it ain't for home stuff. It's like studio stuff, tens of thousands. But I'm concerned, because I don't want people to follow that trend and prices just start going crazy, because it's like, put it on your Google credit card.
That's a good point I hadn't thought of, actually. And I should have, given that I do have an Amazon credit card, because they got some cool, that was one of the things that made me get it, because it was like, oh, okay, well, if you have this credit card, then you can finance all kinds of stuff on Amazon now. And I'm like,
get your cash
back.
Like,
and I just moved. I'm like, couches, furniture,
whatever
I need. So I can see that. And especially, providing the incentive with the cash back, obviously, 1% on regular purchases, up to 3% if you're buying Apple stuff. So
$1,500 phones, $2,000 devices. Here we come. Because Apple's saying, "Hey, get it on credit."
Right. Use our card. We'll give you a little bit back.
Yeah, and they're doing an excellent job at marketing this darn thing. So we shall see. But speaking of marketing, this particular portion of the show is sponsored by the guys over at True Digital. So you're online right now, and so are your customers. But guess what? The question is, how do you actively reach them? Marketing has to be a consistent journey, and we're here to walk with you every step of the way. True Digital Media Consulting can help with your website development, your online ads, your business reputation, and organic growth on search engines. Give us a call today to discuss a customized strategy for your business at 832-934-4436, or send us an email to info@truedigitalmediaconsulting.com. Mention the Spheres to receive a free 30-minute strategy consultation. Shout out to True Digital Media Services. And then the owner of True Digital just walked by. How about that?
Right?
Yeah.
Talk about timing.
So, Stan, we've just been in this digital trends bag heavy.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it is. We're going to stay there. Let's dive into this, because I thought this was really cool.
Bringing the digital trends local with this one.
This is a local one. Shout out to our peeps over at Society. Def Jeff and the crew over there. He's one of our Patreon members, so shout out to him if he's listening right now. He brought this article up, and as soon as I saw it on social media, I was like, bruh, we've got to have this conversation, got to talk about it. So let's take a look here. Looks like Kroger has partnered with Neuro, and they're launching autonomous delivery service here in Houston, Texas. So basically, this is a new first of its kind self-driving device, and it's a delivery service that's based out of Arizona. And they started doing some, just with an autonomous fleet last year, single zip code, worked out well. And here we are now that Texas has decided to hop on board, and we're going to get those future deliveries right here in Houston. And basically it's going to be in a small pilot area, and then it'll continue to expand just like anything else. But we're talking about your groceries being delivered autonomously to you. And 100 plus stores here in the Houston area, so there's a lot of growth that's available. But let's talk about specifics of the store. So if you are in the Houston area, these are the stores you want to consider to enjoy this autonomous delivery service. First and foremost, that's going to be 10306 South Post Oak Boulevard, and they're going to be servicing 77401 as well as 77096. And then store number 2 is going to be 5150 Buffalo Speedway, and they're going to be servicing 77005 here in Houston as well as 77025. Now, orders 7 days a week. You do it straight from the Kroger.com website or the app. The cost is going to be basically $6 flat fee per delivery. So that, if that's not high of a convenience fee for you, this could be the perfect service if you live in one of those 4 zip codes. And we're talking either same day or next day delivery from Neuro. And these are basically little Priuses that'll be self-driving on the road.
They're cute.
So, Ari, are you going to put an order in? If you stayed in the zip code?
If I was in those zip codes, I would be down, because you know what? I have, as a single parent, I have what I call my convenience tax. Just stuff that like makes my life easier. Like my rent whatever.
I feel you.
My rent.
Shout out to Curbside.
Right. Thank you.
I love HEB
but
Curbside.
I am an Instacart user hardcore anyway.
Okay.
Because, for me, after going to meetings all day, picking the kid up from school, that's one thing. I don't feel like fighting the grocery store lines and the people at 5:00 in the afternoon, or spending however long on my Saturday, on my weekend, doing that thing. So I Instacart heavy. I love that I can be sitting at my laptop, put in what I need to put in, do a whole weekend's worth of grocery shopping, and have it there when I'm 30 minutes after I get home, or whatever the case may be. So I would be totally down. To me, it's just the same service, and $6 flat is not bad.
Not bad.
No, because I think with Instacart I pay like $99 a year to get free delivery on my orders, and it's still only orders over $35, I think.
Okay. Huh.
So I mean, if you use it like I use it, it comes out, because it's rare that I don't really use it to order like one little thing, something I can stop and get real quick, but it's usually full on like grocery shopping orders. So I mean, it works for me. It's, if you're not somebody that, and as they've added more stores with Instacart, it makes it even more worth it to me. But something like this, I say, hey, that's cool. I mean, I kind of worry that like the hustle culture, the side gig culture has taken over, and it's changed a lot of lives in terms of being able to make income on your schedule. And so the more this kind of thing happens, the less opportunity it is for actual people.
That's very true. That is very true. And the people have to be on the repair, maintenance of these autonomous vehicles.
I guess the actual shopping.
Yeah. There's other places, I guess, where the people have to be at on this. The only thing that keep pushing. Kroger, Neuro, do your thing, because this opens, once again, like we talked about Apple, in a horror story. This is a great thing. It opens up the opportunity for other grocers to say, oh, this is viable, this is stable. And for anybody who's looking into autonomous vehicles, this is a green light to say, you know what, this might not be so bad. Other companies are coming out with autonomous features and complete, I obviously complete vehicles. Right. to see a car with no driver in it will become the norm within the next 10 years.
Absolutely.
If not 5, if not 3, according to Tesla 1. You know, it's like that kind of stuff. So I'm happy to see this. This aids to the progression of technology as a whole. HEB, what you doing?
You know what? That was honestly the first thing when I read the article. I was like, I'm kind of shocked HEB didn't do this first. Like,
why is Kroger
like, really? I mean, no hate on Kroger, because that's actually the closest grocery store to me, which I would love for them to just, hey, go for it.
Yeah.
But even, you know, they have their curbside, and I loves it.
Yeah.
I loves it. But I'm a little shocked HEB didn't pull this out of their bag of tricks.
Yeah,
first.
It's a little weird. I would have expected. And I mean, but you know, like I said, hopefully they'll catch on. You know, and if it's a success and it's making revenue and more people hop on in that zip code, I can't see this not continuing to lift off, and other people and competitors to Neuro continue to build partnerships.
Yeah, no, Kroger out here changing the world.
They better do
One
it.
autonomous shopping experience at a time.
Yes, indeed. One.
And speaking of changing the world.
Speaking of it.
Yes, this portion of the show is sponsored by KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Unleash Your Dopeness is a people empowerment movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside of their fears and have the gall to recklessly pursue their dreams and passions in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock the greatness that dwells inside. Shop dope gear at kogpassion.com. That's kogpassion.com, and use the coupon code DOPE! For 10% off exclusive Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. Act now. Sizes are selling out fast.
There it is.
There it is.
Dope. Well, we're not going to belabor the show any further because we got some exclusive stuff.
We sure do.
We got some exclusive stuff.
We got some stuff to bring to the Patreon, folks.
So thank you all for tuning in. We truly appreciate you. Ari, where can the good people reach you at?
You can find me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and what did I miss? Instagram.
There it is.
At Dish with Ari.
Yes, indeed. Yes. And of course, you can find me anywhere online: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with a Z. If you got any questions about what we do here at the show, shoot us an email, technocrats at thesphere.tv. Hit across social media at thesphere.tv. Use the coveted hashtag Technocrats, or like I said earlier, shoot us a smoke signal. We will catch it. It's another great show. We'll see y'all next time, folks.
Peace.
Peace.